न्यूफाउंडलैंड ਅਤੇ ਲੈਬਰਾਡੋਰ ਦੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਦੇ ਮੁੱਖ ਮੈਡੀਕਲ ਅਫਸਰ ਅਤੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਮੰਤਰੀ ਜੌਨ ਹੈਗੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਚੱਲ ਰਹੀ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਮਹਾਮਾਰੀ ਲਈ ਪ੍ਰਾਂਤ ਦੇ ਜਵਾਬ ਬਾਰੇ ਇੱਕ ਅਪਡੇਟ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। ਮੰਤਰੀ ਨੇ ਐਲਾਨ ਕੀਤਾ ਕਿ ਸੂਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਐਮਰਜੈਂਸੀ ਦੀ ਸਥਿਤੀ 14 ਮਾਰਚ ਨੂੰ ਖਤਮ ਕਰ ਦਿੱਤੀ ਜਾਏਗੀ। 14 ਮਾਰਚ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਸੂਬੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਵਿਡ ਕਰਕੇ ਲਗਾਈਆਂ ਗਈਆਂ ਸਾਰੀਆਂ ਪਾਬੰਦੀਆਂ ਹਟਾ ਦਿੱਤੀਆਂ ਜਾਣਗੀਆਂ।
That the time is right to take the next step in reopening. As I indicated last week, some public health measures will stay with us. Masking will continue to be strongly recommended at least until mid-April, when we start to see milder weather and activities moving outdoors. We expect this COVID wave to subside. Good hygiene will always be important, so ensuring we have clean hands and covering our coughs and sneezes helps keep everyone healthy. It is also important to stay home if you are sick. Self-isolation and testing for cases and contacts are not under special measures orders and will still be in effect after March 14th. So please refer to our website for the latest guidance if you test positive for COVID, or COVID-19 vaccines will continue to be available. I strongly encourage everyone who is eligible to get vaccinated, whether it's a primary series or booster. Even if you have been infected with COVID, you should still get vaccinated or boosted. Once your symptoms have resolved and your isolation is finished, you can receive the vaccine. We will continue to look to guidance from the National Advisory Committee on Immunization with regard to the future use of COVID-19 vaccines. We may need to adapt again in the fall as cold weather approaches and as we start to move our activities indoors. We know that respiratory viruses start to circulate more, and COVID will more than likely be among them. And what I hope will be our last COVID briefing. So 2 years ago this week, many of us were going about our regular activities. The east coast of the province had not long dug out from Snowmageddon. Winter getaways and St. Patrick's Day festivities were being planned. In the background, the word coronavirus was starting to make its way into daily conversations. And at that time, we really didn't know how this virus was about to change our lives. Friday marks the 2-year anniversary for our first COVID briefing. Since then, we have lived with uncertainty, worry, sadness, but we also saw the best in humanity. We adapted to the new reality, we supported one another, even if we couldn't be together in person, and we celebrated our essential workers. On Monday at 12:01 a.m., we will close one chapter and begin a new one. As the Minister said, public health emergency will be lifted and all special measures orders will come to an end, and we will then embark on a new normal. Many thought when this day came that COVID would be over. Unfortunately, COVID is not over. We continue to see circulation of the virus. It has been a tricky and persistent nemesis from the beginning. On many occasions, we thought we were almost out of the woods and COVID threw us another curveball. And here we are 2 years and several variants later. COVID is still with us in the form of a milder illness. Our active case count is now 3,675, and our total case count to date is 28,103. We know that the actual number of people in our province that have had COVID is much higher, likely about 15 to 20% of our population. The combination of a milder variant, a high vaccination rate, and growing immunity through natural infection is significantly reducing the impact of COVID-19. Despite the fact we have community spread, our hospitalization rate remains stable and manageable, and we currently have 20 people hospitalized due to COVID-19